Hey, welcome back to the story, The Diary of Wimpy Kid 1. Let's go straight into it. Monday. Last week, we started the third quarter at school. So now I have a whole bunch of new classes. One of the classes I signed up for is something called Independent Study. I wanted to sign up for the home economics too because I was pretty good at the home economics 1. But being good at sewing does not exactly buy you popularity points at school. Hey, look, Greg has a purse. Actually, it's an embroidered book bag. Okay, Percy. Yeah, it's like they misunderstood Greg as like a very girly boy, like a gay boy, because embroidered means it's kind of design with the stitches on it. If you look at the back, he is holding on his shoulder. It has his name on it, Greg. It looks like a stitch, right? So anyway, this independent study thing is an experiment they are trying out at our school for the first time. Independent study sounds like 자기주도 학습 in Korean. Yeah, something like that. I guess I can imagine. The idea is that the class gets assigned a project and then you have to work on it together with no teacher in the room for the whole quarter. Wow. No teacher. Just you work on a project with your friends. Ooh, the catch is that when you're done, everyone in your group gets the same grade. Oh, is 그룹 과제? 조별 과제, right? I found out that Ricky Fisher is in my class, which could be a big problem. Ricky's big claim to fame is that he'll pick the gum off the bottom of a desk and chew it if you pay him 50 cents. What? So I don't really have high hopes for our final grade. Tuesday. Today we got our independent study assignment, and guess what it is? We have to build a robot. At first, everybody kind of freaked out because we thought we were going to have to build a robot from scratch. From scratch is like from very first stage, from nothing. They have to make out of nothing. But Mr. Darnell told us we don't have to build an actual robot. We just need to come up with ideas for what our robot might look like and what kind of things it would be able to do. Then he left the room and we were on our own. We started brainstorming right away. I wrote down a bunch of ideas on the blackboard that the robot would do my homework, do the dishes, make my breakfast, brush my teeth. Okay. Everybody was pretty impressed with my ideas, but it was easy to come up with them. All I did was write down all the things I hate doing myself. But a couple of the girls got up to the front of the room and they had some ideas for their own. They raised my list and drew up their own plan. What would that be? They wanted to invent a robot that would give you dating advice and have 10 types of lip gloss on its fingertips. Wow, it's like a stylist robot or counselor and stylist. All us guys thought this was the stupidest idea we ever heard, so we ended up splitting into two groups, girls and boys. The boys went to the other side of the room while the girls stood around talking. Now that we had all the serious worker in one place, we got to work. Someone had the idea that you can say your name to the robot and it can say it back to you. Bob. Hi, Bob. It is very nice to meet you, Bob. But then someone else pointed out that you shouldn't be able to use bad words for your name because the robot shouldn't be able to curse. So we decided we should come up with a list of all the bad words the robot shouldn't be able to say. We came up with all the regular bad words, but then Ricky Fisher came up with 20 more the rest of us had never even heard before. So Ricky ended up being one of the most valuable contributors on the project. Why are they focusing on something the robot cannot do? Not the robot can do. It's okay. It's their own decision. Right before the bell rang, Mr. Darnell came back in the room to check on our progress. He picked up the piece of paper we were writing on and read it over all the list of curse words. Oh, he might get upset. To make a long story short, independent study is cancelled for the rest of the year because they wrote down all the bad words on the piece of paper. Well, at least it is for us boys. So if the robots in the future are going around with cherry lip gloss for fingers, at least now you know how it all got started. Thursday. In school today, they had a general assembly and showed a movie, It's Great to Be Me, which they show us every year. The movie is all about how you should be happy with who you are and not change anything about yourself. To be honest with you, I think that's a really dumb message to be telling kids, especially the ones at my school. It's great to be me. Oh, shove. Ha ha ha. Uh-oh. Later on, they made an announcement that there are some openings on the safety patrols, and that got me thinking, if someone picks on safety patrol, it can get them suspended. The way I figure it, I can use any extra protection I can get. Plus, I realized that maybe being in a position of authority could be good for me. So, you're going to one of the patrols? You mean? Right? Can we please cross the street now? No. But we've been standing here for an hour. I went down to Mr. Winsky's office and signed myself up, and I got Rowley to sign up too. Of course. I thought Mr. Winsky would make us do a bunch of chin-ups or jumping jacks or something to prove we were up for the job, but he just handed us our belts and badges on the spot. Oh, right away, you are hired. Mr. Winsky said the openings were for the special assignment. Our school is right next to the elementary school, and they've got a half-day kindergarten there. He wants us to walk the morning session kids home in the middle of the day. I realized that meant we would miss 20 minutes of a pre-algebra. Rowley must have figured that out too because he started to speak up. But I gave him a wet pinch underneath the desk before he could finish his sentence. But we would miss Yahoo! I couldn't believe my luck. I was getting instant bully protection and a free pass from half of pre-algebra. Is that a good opportunity, you think? And I didn't even have to lift a finger. Oh. I don't know. If you missed a class, like halfway through it, you would miss up all the informations you need to know. I don't know if it's a good sign or not. Anyway, Tuesday. Today was our first day as safety patrols. Me and Rowley don't technically have stations like all the other patrols, so that means we don't have to stand out in the freezing cold for an hour before school. But that didn't stop us from coming to the cafeteria for the free hot chocolate they hand out to the other patrols before homeroom. Yeah? Another great perk is that you get to show up 10 minutes late for the first period. Hello! But the teacher cannot blame them. I'm telling you, I've got it made with the safety petrol thing. At 12:15, me and Rolly left the school and walked the kindergartners home. The whole trip ate up 45 minutes, and there were only 20 minutes of pre-algebra left when we got back. Walking the kids home was no sweat. Means so easy. But one of the kindergartners started to smell a little funny, and I think maybe he had an accident in his pants. He tried to let me know about it, and but I just stared straight ahead and kept walking. I will take these kids home, but believe me, I didn't sign up for any diaper duty. But he could smell it. Oh no, poor little thing. What could I do then? Oh, it's suddenly February, Wednesday. Today it snowed for the first time this winter and school was cancelled. Snowed a lot. We were supposed to have a test in pre-algebra and I've kind of slacked off ever since I became a safety patrol. So I was psyched. Oh. I called Rolly and told him to come over. Me and him have been talking about building the world's biggest snowman for the past couple of years now. And when I say the world's biggest snowman, I'm not kidding. Our goal is to get into the Guinness Book of World Records. How? But how? That's my question. But every time we've gotten serious about going for the record, all the snow has melted and we've missed our window of opportunity. So this year I wanted to get started right away. When Rolly came over, we started rolling the first snowball to make the base. I figured the base was going to have to be at least 8 feet tall on its own if we wanted to have a shot at breaking the record. But the snowball got real heavy and we had to take a bunch of breaks in between rolls so we could catch our breath. Wheeze. During one of our breaks, Mom came outside to go to the grocery store, but our snowball was blocking her car in, so we got a little free labor out of her. Wheeze. After our break, me and Rolly pushed that snowball until we couldn't push it any farther. But when we looked behind us, we saw the mess we had made. Mess? Why? The snowball had gotten so heavy that it tore up all the side that had just laid down this fall. I was hoping it would snow a few more inches and cover our tracks, but just like that, it stopped snowing. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Our plan to build the world's biggest snowman was starting to fall apart. So I came up with a better idea for a snowball. Every time it snows, the kids from Worley Street use our hill for sledding, even though this isn't their neighborhood. Oops, 2 pages turned over. Oh. And then, so tomorrow morning, when the Worley Street kids come marching up our hill, me and Rolly are going to teach those kids a lesson. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Oh, that looks quite dangerous. So I wonder how it would turn out the next day. So we'll come back for that next time. It has been already very long video so far. So see you later. Bye.